It's time for what's more likely, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Kevin and
I want to go first.
Kevin, I'm okay with it. Kevin and I have brought together our questions as we walk into this Grand Prix weekend for each other, and it's going to just be a fun, topical conversation. And give it up. This is a very fun segment. One clap. There we go. 4 claps.
Just a PSA to the TLPs. We don't share questions with each other, so we blindside each other with these questions.
Yeah.
We really don't do show prep like that. So, all right.
Well, that's not true. I show prep. I don't know about you.
Prep, but not like we don't sit in a studio and all right, I'm going to ask you this question, then you pretend that you never.
No. The fun of this is not knowing the question that's coming. So I'll let you start, Kevin. What is your first one?
Let's do. All right, I'm gonna do my second one. I'm gonna do my second one first. All right.
Whatever order.
What's more likely? I pass you in P10 standings, or Lando wins the drivers' championship.
All right. For reference, our P10 standings, I have a 46-point lead with 8 races to go.
I can show them.
Yeah, go ahead. Pop them up. Yep. 198 to 152. This is the P10 game. If you are uninformed, you're only watching this segment on YouTube. It's our way of predicting the race. So, podcast listeners get to see these at the end of every episode. What's more likely, that you pass me or Lando wins the championship? I would say it is more likely that Lando wins the championship than you pass me.
Damn. That's tough.
I think it is more likely that Oscar Piastri has, I'm not trying to jinx this, I'll knock on wood for the
generational downfall.
I think it's more likely that Oscar Piastri has 2 to 3 non-points finishes and Lando Norris can capitalize, then I drop 46 points unanswered to Khaki Kevin.
Well, that's how the TLPs feel about it. So sorry.
Look, you guys can root for him all you want, but I'm not the one making his predictions. He makes his predictions. What do you think, Kevin? What do you think is more likely?
Honestly, Lando winning the drivers' championship, just because I want that to happen. All right, okay. I wanted to get started off with a fun one. The second one's a little bit more serious, but that one was a fun one, so I wanted to get it started off with a fun one.
Well, here, let me hit you with mine. Okay, Alex Albon in Baku lands P6, or Lewis Hamilton grabs P4.
That's so specific.
It is very specific. So P6 are better for Albon, P4 are better for Lewis Hamilton. So just off the podium, his best result in a feature race this year has been a P4. He is not podiumed yet.
This is feature race? You're talking about feature race, right? Okay.
Well, there is no, I don't think there's a sprint this weekend.
All right.
I can check that in case you need me to.
Yeah, just double check it, because sometimes my app will confuse me.
But you know what? That just goes to show we have completely forgotten about sprint races as we do.
Actually, my phone says Azerbaijan is indeed a sprint race.
Yeah, it said that before and it was wrong.
Okay, so just double check it.
I'm doing it right now. This is
cross-check content. Cross-check.
Yeah, I'm giving you all the time in the world to answer this question, buddy.
I am going to lean.
No, there isn't. Not for F1. What? Not for F1. There is only one for F2. So there is no sprint race. It is all just regular. Yep.
I thought
you need to get a new app.
Right.
Anyway, this is riveting content. I need your answer. Is Alex Albon going to P6 or better in Baku, or is Lewis Hamilton going to P4 or better? I know there's a margin.
Albon P6 or better. Albon P6 or better.
I think I would agree. It's just been such a rough go for Lewis at points this year that
I think P4 is just too lofty for him right now.
I think he's just kind of mentally kind of checking out. Obviously, he's a competitor. Yeah. He's going to want to do the best he can, but it feels like with time ticking down, it's becoming less and less of a prospect that Ferrari are going to, get Lewis on a podium. He's quite a bit behind Charles when it comes to general race week in, week out. He's still adjusting to life. I just don't see it. I think Alex Albon's having a terrific season by comparison, and P6, he's done it, I think, twice this year already. So here this weekend, I would I would say Alex Albon.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kevin.
That was my pick, so I guess we'll just agree. All right. What's more likely? Also, you forgot to start it with the question. What's more likely? McLaren clinches the championship in Baku, or a field win top step?
Well, you've kind of hinted at something that I was going to actually mention in the race and the track talk in 60. McLaren are going to win the Constructors this weekend. The circumstances it would take for them to not win, I think, are a lot tougher because Lando last year fought back from P16 to P4. This is a circuit that he's performed well at. Obviously, Piastri last year with DRS gate did win. He won on merit. He had a hell of a race, and then the FIA had to be like, oh, we got to clamp down a little bit more on these flexi wings. But no, I would say McLaren are probably going to win the Constructors this weekend. I think they could if they get a 1-2, no matter what, they win. If they get a 1-3, and I think Ferrari don't finish in second place, then they win as well. So I think there's way more work that needs to be done. I think that McLaren are 100% going to walk away with the Constructors this weekend. So, okay. And my final, what's more likely? What's more likely, Khaki Kevin Walker? We get 3 rookies scoring points this weekend, or 3 retirements this Grand Prix.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hajar.
I appreciate that's good. Yeah, because you would assume Hajar, probably Kimi are going to be hovering around points, right? But you got to hope that Behrman does it, Bortoleto does it, maybe Colapinto. Or we get 3 DNFs.
Can you do me a favor? How many DNFs did we have last year in Baku?
That's a great question. I'm happy you asked it because I did the exact same line of thinking when I was trying to think of these questions. Let me see the results real quick. Last year, I can tell you for a fact there were some. There were 4. I don't even have to look it up. There were 4.
Who are our suspects?
Because Checo Perez and Carlos Sainz crashed into each other fighting over the final podium place in Baku last year, and finished in 17th and 18th. And then Lance Stroll also crashed, and Yuki Tsunoda also crashed. So we had 4 DNFs in Baku last year.
So we have 2 regulars and then a crash. That's how I see it. And
TLPs, feel free to please chime in the comments below. I had a lot of fun putting this question together.
Yeah, this one's hard. This one's kind of tough. I'm going to say it's more likely that 3 rookies finish in the points.
I like that you said that.
I'm gonna say
which rookies,
and I knew you were gonna ask. We've been doing this for a while. I knew you were gonna ask. Behrman, Kimi, and Hajar.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would agree. I would probably lean that direction. Bortoleto, though, he's had some good races this year. I wouldn't put it past him. I am going to take the odds makers side on Franco Colapinto not scoring points this weekend. I don't even need to know the line. I'm not a betting man, but I'd put 10 on it. He ain't got it. Argentinians are going to be mad in the comments, and that's fine. So that all out of the way. I appreciate your enthusiasm for that one. That one was a lot of fun. Year before that, 2 DNFs. I think the year before that, even more. Baku is a very interesting circuit, which you're about to find out in my track talk in 60. But, man, unforgiving street circuit walls. They do not give the same way they give in Monaco and Baku.